VCU Votes is a nonpartisan, student-run campaign. We are trying to get out the vote, so get students informed and registered and ready to go out on election day to vote. So on election day, some of our plans, we're planning to be out, promoting visibility so we can give students handouts with polling information on where to go. Because this campus doesn't have a central polling location, a lot of different dorms have different polling locations, which is kind of confusing for new students to the Richmond area. So we've compiled all that information on our website, and we're planning to print them out, have little handouts for people. We're also collaborating with a PR class who is organizing a shuttle service through RAM-safe buses. So the RAM-safe buses will be leaving from a set location and going to the 4 different polling locations per on-campus dorm.
Nice. And what are those locations that people go? People in the dorms can go.
So GRC is at Clark Springs Elementary, which is right up Harrison on the left. And even though Clark Springs isn't a school anymore because of rezoning last year, I believe, that's where the polls are going to be this year regardless. Broad and Belvedere, I believe that it's George Carver School. It's an elementary school on Lee Street. Most dorms are going to 1025 Dominion Place. That includes Brant, Rhodes, Johnson, West Gray South, Globe. So that's like the central one for the most dorms. But the outliers like Broad and Belvedere and West Grace have different polling locations.
What are you doing up until the election day to kind of
Up until then, we're collecting pledges to vote, trying to get people to sign up, give us their email so that we can send out a big push on election day. Not to spam them, but just to remind them that it's election day, because this is such a downplayed election compared to a presidential election. I don't think a lot of students really even know when election day is. So we're trying to inform students. We have nonpartisan information, really simple layouts on handouts, covering like basic platforms that each of the candidates stand for. So we're trying to distribute that information so that students are well informed before they go to the polls. We're out in the Commons tabling 3 to 5 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so we're doing a t-shirt raffle as well to try and encourage students to come talk to us and get involved.
Do you think you've had success this year? Has it been an ongoing thing in off-year elections?
It's definitely different than last year. Last year was, visibility-wise, was increasingly, known by a lot of students because it's a presidential election. There's a lot more coverage on it. This year, I wouldn't say that we've been unsuccessful, but because we registered so many people last year too, we've had less registrations. But we're trying to, despite the gubernatorial election being downplayed, we're still trying to build it up and make students aware that it is just as big of a deal as the presidential election.
Have you seen those efforts come to fruition? Are students actually becoming more aware, in your opinion?
It's hard to say quite yet. I know with the pledges to vote, pledges to vote are through Rock the Vote, and you enter information that lets Rock the Vote after the election go into the public record and check and see who pledged and then who voted. So that's kind of a big way that we're going to measure, how successful we were in getting people out to the polls.